Okay, so here's my first video that hopefully you'll be able to open because I can't seem to get it to YouTube to upload and it not be private. Plagiarism. A lot of people in several classes have been caught plagiarizing, and that is taking someone else's work and claiming that it's your own. So you'll do something you'll learn in high school. I believe you probably worked on it some, also in library class, citations, references, and it is incredibly important. So in high school and college, you'll need to write, if you choose college, you will need to write papers, and you'll need to find sources and go off of what they say and quote them. This is one of my books that I was reading for a class. This starts the first page of references, okay? Each little entry here is a new reference. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, skip a few. The reference pages go from 465 to 511. That means that the author of this book pulled material from other places and condensed it in this whole book. But the author had to cite where they found this information. 1, so they don't get in trouble with plagiarism laws. 2, so that I myself as a reader can be like, let's learn a little bit more about that. Where is this actual source that they might have pulled only one line from? One of my papers, I had to have 10 sources that were from the online journals that were available through Marshall University. Had to use 10. If there weren't very many and I was like, okay, I have a lot of other resources, but I need one more journal, I would find one and I would pull 1 or 2 things from it. Boom, there you go. I get to use that because I only used 1 or 2 things, but it still counts. Now, I don't know how it is now. When I was in high school, it was MLA. There's the main ones, MLA citations. So MLA, APA, and Chicago style. I've never used Chicago. I learned MLA in high school and I used it in college, which strangely enough, for an English major, we used MLA. A math educator was using APA because I used to proofread his papers, and so kind of had to be a little more up, kind of study APA. And then in my grad courses, suddenly switched to APA, so I had to learn a whole new style. And so again, graduate courses this time using APA. This whole book right here, this whole entire book is all about how to properly cite things so you don't get in trouble. It's been well used, and I only had it since like January, and you can see one page is like falling out. That's books and reference works. Another big one was internet sources, even YouTube videos, or one I actually had to use a Netflix TV show, and I had to go through and search for the producer, the writer, the episode, all this stuff, all for about a 3-minute clip of the video. It's really important that you pay attention and not plagiarize. Sometimes, listen, when I submitted my papers, they have programs that will go through and double check to make sure that nothing of your paper matches up too closely with someone else's work that you didn't reference or cite on your last reference page. You can get in major trouble for this, especially in college. It was the big no-no. In fact, I had to take an entire class on MLA citations and finding the materials. So that's your first video lesson. that if you were a person that wanted to learn a little bit more during this time, make sure that when you are doing any research or you are pulling, you know, especially with larger papers, when you're assigned in high school, 2-3 pages on, I don't know, let's say, one time I had the kids do an essay, they got to choose, and one was, should school start later at 9 a.m. and end at 4, that sort of thing. So I didn't ask for actual citations, but I asked them to provide at least the websites to where they found that information, because that shows that you're not just making it up and that it has been proven to some degree. Like, okay, this is why school should start later, because according to this website, again, you're getting into that according to, based on what I've read, so you're using those in-text citation type things. All right, so don't plagiarize. It's a big no-no. It's huge big no-no. Okay, it's Sunday, so have fun. You have Monday off. The only thing that I will try to do this week is, if you need help with benchmark stuff, I'll be checking messages, and I will try to do some more little like videos or extra supplemental notes to help you guys for next year if you want to check.